Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Know the Laws of India. In this video, let us understand the practice and legal procedures of making of a will by a person belonging to the Mohammedan religion. Friends, the legal procedures involved in making of a will by a person who belongs to the Muslim religion are very different from the procedure that is to be followed by a Hindu man. This fundamental difference is because of the fact that the law relating to will is governed by the personal laws of each religion and also customary practices, and not by the general law that is made by our government. The personal law that regulates the legal procedure for making of a will by a Mohammedan is called the Wasiyat Law in legal terms. The major differences in the procedure of making of a will by a Mohammedan when compared to a Hindu man is that a Mohammedan cannot transfer more than one third of his total property by way of a will to another person. So the question now is, what will happen if more than one third of his property is transferred by way of a will? Now the answer to this question is that this will may be declared unenforceable by a court of law. However, there is an exception to this rule, which is if more than one third of the total property is transferred by way of a will by a Mohammedan, and if the legal heirs of the Mohammedan making that will have no problems with such will, then this will be treated as legally valid will by the court. So the Wasiyat law does not require the will to be made always in writing for it to be considered legal and enforceable in a court. The Mohammedan law considers oral wills also as legal and valid. So if a Mohammedan has orally informed to any person about his property distribution to be made after his death, then the person to whom the will is orally made has to come before the court. He has to file an affidavit before the court, make a deposition, and only after this legal process, the oral will made by a Mohammedan can be considered legal and enforceable. Friends, we advocates every day see in courts that many of the wills made by Mohammedans are declared invalid only for the reason that they are not in accordance with the Mohammedan legal principles. So friends, many of the Mohammedans, what they do mistakenly is that they follow the same procedure to make the will, which is followed by persons belonging to Hindu religion. This is a wrong process. And because of one small mistake committed by you, properties worth crores and crores of rupees often go into the hands of wrong persons who do not deserve it and who may not know the hard work that you have put into create that wealth. So friends, if you are a Mohammedan and have an intention of making a will, please do not transfer more than one third of your total property by a will, and also make sure that the will that you make is in writing, and also make sure that you take adequate steps to legally safeguard the will that is prepared by you. And also please take the guidance of a professional to prepare the will, and please do not make the mistake of preparing the will by yourself and put all your properties worth crores of rupees at the risk of litigation. So thank you so much friends for watching this video.